The cameras flashed, the crowd froze, and just like that, Hollywood had a new obsession.
I mean, you can literally feel the tension through the screen tonight. It is electric.
It really is. Welcome to Starscope Report. Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to, massive social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And today's deep dive is honestly one of the wildest reality TV stories we have seen in years. We are breaking down the headline that's basically taken over the internet. Voting twist exposed before the grand finale.
Yeah, if you were gearing up for the 3-hour live grand finale of American Idol season 24 tonight, you probably think you know how this works, right? The lights go down, the confetti drops, and America's votes decide the winner.
Right, the classic Democratic TV triumph.
Yeah.
Call in, your vote is tallied, and the best singer takes the crown.
Exactly. But if you look at the stack of entertainment news articles, TV guides, and leaked fan poll data we've been going through, that clean narrative is completely falling apart.
It really is. What is happening tonight isn't just about crowning a new pop star. It is a massive, real-time case study in how a legacy TV show is desperately trying to survive in the influencer era.
Yeah, and we're going to get into all of that, the algorithmic manipulation, the leaked polls, a huge twist. But before we unpack this controversial new voting system, we need to talk about who is actually caught in the center of this storm. The top three.
Right, because these three finalists represent completely different paths to fame in 2026.
Let's start with the absolute juggernaut of the season, Hannah Harper.
Oh, Hannah is fascinating. She's this country standout from Missouri, but her background is what's really important here. She didn't build her fan base by singing covers on the Idol stage week after week.
No, not at all. She walked into her audition already having a massive online following. Her original song, String Cheese, went completely viral on TikTok before she even met the judges.
Yeah, she basically played string cheese for Lionel Richie, Bryan, and Carrie Underwood, and she's just been riding that pre-existing viral wave the entire season.
Which is like a runaway freight train at this point. But, the competition isn't just a TikTok popularity contest. You've also got Jordan McCullough.
Right, Jordan is sort of the polar opposite of Hannah. He represents the very traditional, emotionally resonant vocalist.
A worship leader from Tennessee, right?
Exactly. No viral gimmicks, just these soaring, technically flawless vocal deliveries. He connects purely through vocal power.
And then rounding out the trio is Keyla Richardson. The entertainment press is calling her this massive, genre-crossing powerhouse.
Oh, her theatrical performances are just incredible. She completely commands the stage.
So you have the viral star, the traditional vocalist, and the theatrical powerhouse. But if you look at the current fan predictions, specifically this major poll from MJ's Big Blog, the numbers are insane.
They really are. Was it like a huge majority?
A whopping 65% of surveyed fans believe Hannah Harper is going to win tonight. Keyla is trailing way behind at under 10%.
I mean, a 65% lead in a three-way race is staggering. It makes Hannah's win look mathematically inevitable.
But wait, is a massive poll lead actually a guarantee in reality TV? Because looking at the same data, there's a really interesting catch.
Oh, the should win versus will win discrepancy.
Yes. MJ's Big Blog asked fans who they think will win, but they also asked who should win. And in that category, Jordan McCullough actually beat Hannah. It was 46% for Jordan and 42% for Hannah.
Which is such a psychological trap. If you are a Hannah Harper fan and every poll says she's guaranteed to win by a landslide,
you might just get complacent, right? Like, you leave the TV on, make some popcorn, and totally forget to actually vote.
Exactly. And we literally saw this exact scenario happen last year in season 23.
Oh, right. The John Foster upset?
Yes. John Foster was the country singer who had every single metric and blog prediction predicting his victory weeks in advance. His fan base was huge.
But then finale night happens.
And Jamal Roberts, the soul and gospel singer, takes the crown. Because Jamal's fans felt like every single vote was a matter of life and death, so they overperformed. Meanwhile, John's fans thought it was already in the bag.
Wow. So an overwhelming lead online might actually be a massive vulnerability.
Absolutely. Viral momentum does not always translate to live television.
And that brings us to the really crazy part of tonight. Translating online popularity into actual countable votes is more complicated and way more controversial than it has ever been.
Right, because American Idol has fundamentally changed the rules of the game.
And that's not even the wildest part. Wait till you hear what came next, because they didn't just tweak the rules, they threw out the entire playbook.
Yeah, they are making broadcast history tonight. and not necessarily in a good way.
No. According to the tech breakdowns from Heavy and Tech Radar, the network has completely killed off their traditional standalone voting app.
Which is huge. People have used that app for years.
Right. Instead, they're becoming the first reality TV competition to facilitate live voting strictly through social media platforms.
And this is the twist that everyone is talking about. The mechanics of this are just, they're convoluted.
It's like filling out a complicated tax return while a timer is ticking down. Make one tiny typo and your voice is just completely erased.
Break down the rules, because it's honestly hard to wrap your head around.
Okay, so at the top of the broadcast, the show will pin a special purple post to the top of their official Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok accounts.
So first, you have to actively go find this specific post across 3 different apps.
Right. Then you have to go into the comments. You can vote up to 10 times per platform. But here is the catch. You must comment the first name only of your favorite singer.
Just Hannah, Jordan, or Keyla.
Exactly. And the strict disqualifiers are brutal. You can't just type Hannah by 10 to save time. If you do, the vote is voided.
Wow.
If you accidentally hit reply to someone else's comment instead of making your own, voided. If you type Keyla and Jordan, only the first name counts.
It's basically a digital obstacle course.
It really is. Why would a massive network risk alienating their core traditional audience with such a confusing, glitchy system?
Well, it's a desperate, highly calculated play. They aren't trying to just collect votes. They are trying to manufacture viral engagement.
Oh, because of the algorithms.
Exactly.
Right.
If you force thousands of fans to drop 10 individual isolated comments on a TikTok post within a 3-hour window, the algorithm flags that post as the most culturally relevant thing on the internet.
It tricks the system into pushing the post to millions of non-viewers' feeds.
Right. It's the ultimate clash between legacy TV viewers and modern influencer culture. They are prioritizing algorithmic dominance over user experience.
Which is causing a massive uproar. I mean, we're looking at real fan reactions from these sources, and the backlash is intense.
What is a fan saying?
Well, there's a user named Clara who brought up a huge point. She said the system is incredibly unfair because tech-savvy, younger fans with multiple burner accounts can just spam the comments.
Oh, totally. One teenager with 5 TikTok accounts can cast 50 to 100 votes for Hannah Harper in minutes.
Exactly. And Clara pointed out that normal, everyday viewers are just getting completely drowned out by this spam. She actually wrote, "Good thing we don't vote in elections that way."
She has a point. It heavily skews the results toward digital literacy, rather than who actually gave the best vocal performance.
And then another user, Colleen Hing, simply called the whole new procedure hateful and impossible to use.
Hateful is a strong word, but you can understand the frustration.
Yeah, especially for older demographics who just want to support their favorite singer. Now, the network claims they haven't completely abandoned traditional methods.
Right, there are workarounds, sort of.
Sort of. You can still use the website, but now you're forced to create and log into a My Disney account to do it.
Which is just another hurdle, another way to harvest user data.
Yep. Or you can use the old school SMS text voting. You text a specific number to 21523. Hannah is 8, Jordan is 14, and Keyla is 20.
But the show isn't really promoting the text option, are they?
No. The entire marketing push is driving people toward those purple social media posts.
So they are willingly frustrating their most loyal viewers just to hack the TikTok algorithm.
That's exactly what's happening. If you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed to Starscope Report, by the way, because we've got even crazier stories ahead.
Oh, definitely hit that subscribe button.
Because later in the episode, we'll talk about the shocking twist nobody saw coming regarding the actual broadcast tonight.
Right, because to get people to actually sit there and navigate this insane voting system, the network had to build a trap.
A 3-hour trap.
Yeah. The runtime for this finale is massive.
It is a 180-minute live broadcast across ABC and Disney Plus Saban, 3 full hours. And voting closes right before the final commercial break, around 10:50 p.m. Eastern.
Which is a huge commitment.
It is. And honestly, in an era of 15-second TikTok attention spans, which is the exact audience they are trying to court with the new voting system, how do they possibly justify a 3-hour live broadcast?
Well, if you look closely at the guest list and the performances they've booked, it actually makes a weird kind of sense. It is a brilliantly disguised cross-generational music festival.
Okay, break that down for me. Who do they have?
Okay, so Alicia Keys is the guest mentor, right? She's performing solo and with the top 3. That hooks the millennial R&B demographic.
Right, I saw that.
Then, the 3 judges, Bryan, Carrie Underwood, and Lionel Richie, are doing a group performance of Richie's 1986 hit, Deep River Woman.
Oh, wow. So that pulls in the older demographics, the legacy viewers who remember that song from the radio.
Exactly. But it gets crazier. Carrie Underwood is having this full circle moment because she won season 4 on that stage.
Yeah, she's returning.
But she's not doing a country ballad. She is performing a heavy metal rock set alongside Mötley Crüe.
Wait, really? Mötley Crüe?
Yes. Tommy Lee, Nikki Sixx, Vince Neil, Mick Mars, the whole band.
That is such a wild pairing for an American Idol stage.
It is. And then you have Bryan debuting a brand new unreleased track called Fish Hunt Golf Drink.
That sounds exactly like a Bryan song.
Right. And he's also doing a Dwight Yoakam cover with Julian Cale.
Wait, Julian Cale, he was eliminated weeks ago.
He was. But he was a huge fan favorite, so they brought him back just to keep his specific fan base watching.
Wow. They are really throwing everything at the wall.
And we haven't even mentioned the nostalgia acts. They're celebrating the class of 2006, bringing back former finalist Clay Aiken to perform with this year's top 5 finalist, Braden Rumfeld.
The nostalgia factor is heavy. I was reading they also booked 90s staples like En Vogue, Blues Traveler, and Gin Blossoms.
Yep, and contrasting that with modern acts like Shinedown and Tori Kelly.
Okay, so you have Mötley Crüe for the 80s rock fans, En Vogue for the 90s kids, Alicia Keys for the millennials, and Hannah Harper singing about string cheese for Gen Z.
Exactly. It is chaos, but it's calculated chaos. The spectacle is the bait.
Oh, I see. Because it's live, you can't skip ahead.
Right. If you want to see Mötley Crüe, you have to sit through the TikTok country songs. If you want to see Hannah Harper, you have to sit through Clay Aiken.
And while you are sitting there on the couch waiting for your specific demographics artist to show up, what are you doing?
You're holding your phone.
You're holding your phone, and since you've got an hour to kill before Shinedown plays, you might as well go to Instagram, find that purple post, and drop 10 comments with the name Keyla in it.
Exactly. They require you to be glued to the screen for 3 hours so that you have the time and the boredom required to cast votes across all these different platforms.
That is wow. It's a completely engineered ecosystem to keep every single age group trapped in the broadcast.
It really is. They've gamified the entire viewing experience.
Well, that is just incredible. So to pull all of this together for everyone listening today, we've unpacked the powerhouse top 3 frontrunners. You've got Hannah's viral momentum, Jordan's pure vocals, and Keyla's stage presence.
We've also looked at the highly controversial shift toward this algorithmic social media voting system, the purple posts, the strict comment rules, and the huge backlash from fans who feel completely left behind.
Yeah, and we broke down how this staggeringly huge 3-hour live production with everyone from Carrie Underwood to Blues Traveler is specifically designed to keep you trapped in front of the TV scrolling your phone.
Which really begs the question, why does this matter to the average person?
Right. Why should you care, even if you never watch reality TV? Because tonight's finale is a massive case study. It shows how legacy media is aggressively trying to hack modern attention spans.
Absolutely.
They are literally willing to risk frustrating their most loyal, long-term fans if it means they can dominate TikTok algorithms and manufacture viral moments.
It's a peek behind the curtain of how modern entertainment actually functions now.
It is. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next, because we cover shifts like this all the time.
For sure.
But we want to leave you with a final thought to mull over tonight. As you watch the confetti fall, ask yourself this. If reality TV success increasingly relies on spamming TikTok comments, utilizing burner accounts, and mastering social media loopholes,
Are we even voting for the most talented artists anymore?
Exactly. Or are we just crowning the fan base that is the most skilled at manipulating the algorithm?
It completely changes what it means to win.
It really does. You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.